Hi my dear readers, this is Simona Rich, and in this video I would like to share with you some things that I learned from my relationship with a psychopath. And you can learn from any experience, and sometimes very difficult and very bad experiences can teach you much more than very good experiences. And this happened with my ex-psychopath boyfriend. I learned so much from him. So although he was a cruel and bad person, I was able to gain many benefits from that relationship, because I look for lessons in everything. I try to develop myself every day, so that relationship proved a blessing in disguise. So in this video I will tell you some of the things that I learned from the relationship, and I cannot make a long video because I have 3 natal charts to do. And if you don't know about the service that I offer life assessment, which is looking at your natal chart, but also I can look at your numbers and palms and assessing your life through this way. So I will start now to describing what I learned from the relationship. And interestingly, actually, since I mentioned about the life assessment and natal charts, this reminds me that recently I read in an old astrological dictionary about the fact that if there are many very negative discordant aspects between planets, it means that the person is going to cause a lot of destruction in life, and the planets are trying to destroy the person before he did a lot of damage. So such people, according to that astrological dictionary, are the ones that will rush into the danger first, because they are encouraged by the stars to do that, to destroy themselves. So that I thought was very interesting, and that actually applies to my ex-psychopath boyfriend, because and I was wondering why this is the case, and it was always on my mind. And then that astrological dictionary answered it, because whenever some danger would take place, he would be the first one to rush to help. And I thought, how come, since he has caused so much evil to so many people, how come he is so helpful in accidents? But actually this is the reason, because he's prompted by the stars to do it. And I witnessed that on several occasions, that it was life-threatening to go to certain situations, and he did so. It answered my question. So first thing that I would like to tell you is that relationship with a psychopath taught me how to be adaptable to the environments, because he was extremely adaptable. And that is good, because if you are not adaptable, it causes frustration to you. But if you adapt to the environment, you gain much more benefits. It's better for you. You are kept in harmony rather than struggling against the environment, because if you adapt, then you will find ways of how to make that environment work for you. But if you keep struggling against it, you're just going to use a lot of energy in a discordant way, and it's bad for your health. It's bad for physical and mental health to do it, to have such a discordant vibration. So that's the thing that I learned from him. And he also taught me how to be very self-aware and aware of the environment, of things surrounding you, because he was extremely self-aware, and his focus was so sharp. It was incredible. And as a result of learning this from him, I'm able to focus on my work, like doing live assessments or creating videos or writing about self-improvement, because although he used that sharpness of his intellect and sharpness of focus for bad things. He inspired me to focus in the same way, but on things that benefit the world. So this is again something that I learned from him. He also taught me how to read other people, and this is actually the trait of many Indian people. They are able to completely quiet their self-talk and just to observe who you are, and they read a lot from that. And I believe that some people who cheat, like who pretend to be fortune tellers or something like this, they just observe you, and you can tell so much about a person through just observing them without engaging in self-talk. So if you just quiet internally, and you just stay in the present and you just observe a person, you can gain a lot of information. But it's also to do with whether you are able to tune into finer energies, and this comes with, for example, spiritual exercises and vegetarian diet, and then you just get quiet and you can read people very easily. So this is something again that I learned from him. I also, of course, learned how to spot a psychopath. I know what to look for. And before this relationship, I knew nothing about psychopaths. I did not even know that such people existed. But relationship with him taught that some people are indeed reptiles. On the surface, they're people, but inside, they are reptilian. They have no finer emotions like finer love. They just have these basic impulses of survival, lust, survival, very cold instincts that have no humanness in them. And before, I never knew that such people existed. And interestingly, because of my spiritual practices, I was able to understand that he is reptilian. It's very difficult to describe, and some people will probably not believe it, but he was a reptile, but pretending to be a human being. And I was searching for more information about it, because it's not much that is written about psychopaths being reptiles in human skin. But actually I found it, since now I'm reading not only astrological works, but hermetic works as well. I was reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, and in them it is written that Thoth warned people about reptiles in human skin, that they pretend to be humans but they are not. So if you're looking for more of this information, read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. It says that those reptiles are the biggest enemies of the humankind, and that in the future again they will come in human skin and cause a lot of damage and destruction to humans. So this is what's happening at the moment. And I also learned as a result of observation of people, which I learned from him, I'm able to take the qualities, to observe fine qualities in human beings and develop that in myself. And this is again because of him, because he was doing that, but he was doing it more as a way to get approved by people in order to use them. So for example, he would see that some quality is liked by people in a person, and he will copy that quality. But instead of that, I learned to allow to develop that quality in myself, the one that I like in other people, like them being very gentle or women being very feminine and elegant. And he also taught me to be self-confident and poised, but again his self-confidence was only outward, and poise came mostly from his martial training. But again, what I observed outside I'm trying to develop from within so that it's genuine. But again, it's thanks to him that I developed these qualities. So that's basically, I think, all that I wanted to share with you. And of course, I learned this lesson before, but definitely being with him confirmed that being evil doesn't pay, that people who are evil, they think they're gaining a lot by cheating others, but actually they're getting so much in debt with the universe, and the universe will just need one opportunity to get that payment back. So through some disaster, through the sudden cutting off life, or somehow else, those people will always pay for their evil. So being evil really doesn't pay. And it was as though the whole universe was against him when I was with him. He would keep getting involved in accidents. And why does that happen? Because he has violent thoughts. If people have violent thoughts, they will break their bones, they will get into car accidents because of these thoughts of violence and aggression. And where you cause something evil to another person, it's the same as you're causing evil to yourself, and eventually that evil will come back to you, because we're all connected. It's really doesn't pay to harm anyone, because we are all one. So when you're harming someone, you're harming yourself. In the end, that harm will get back to you. You will be harmed. So being with him definitely taught me that people who are threat to others, the whole nature strives to cause some problems, some damage to such people, because they are so unloving. But if you're loving, nature protects you. So that's what I learned by being in a relationship with Psychopath. And of course, I learned so many more lessons. It's just in 5 minutes, in probably less than 5 minutes, I wrote this list. And now I need to go back to the life assessment work. But I really wanted to share this with you, that you can learn from the worst thing that happens to you. You can learn so many lessons. So it's not only good experiences that can teach you, but bad experiences can really give you great lessons, can really make you develop. You just need not to close your eyes to what those experiences try to teach you. So being with him actually was a blessing in disguise. I learned so much. Without that relationship, I would not be the person that I am today, and I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with my development. So that's all I wanted to share with you in this video. I hope it was useful. Thank you for watching. Take care.